I'm back. What happened?
Yeah, I remember it was 2 weeks back, I believe. There was one candle on 5 minutes. It dropped like 6 euros on one candle. That
Let's
was
see.
very, very strong trend.
At Sniper, permission to post the stream link.
Go for it.
You should be okay.
Okay, it's in there.
I will watch for you. I will watch for you.
Okay, okay.
I'm gonna vouch for you.
Yeah.
Starting soon, please wait.
Yeah.
I believe Sniper said if your promo team is not okay, but if people are asking for it, you can do it.
Okay.
I'm jacked to the tits.
And kind of what I'm looking at here is this MACD.
How much delay do you have?
20 seconds? Maybe 30.
Oh yeah, what is the delay on the stream?
Yeah, I think it's about 20.
Probably about 15 seconds. I didn't actually set this one up as a.
Okay.
I didn't set this up as a high or low latency or whatever.
Gotcha.
That
Big
candle flows
moves.
green, by the way.
Yeah, big moves.
I see them.
It's pointing on the 200 EMA on the 5 minutes.
We
Yeah,
still
so you
haven't
see this
closed
week?
on the 5 minute yet.
It's a new candle right now.
Yeah, new candle says 4 minutes left.
We're still waiting.
Myself on stream.
Still waiting on this this cycle here. And for those who've tuned in and such, when we see this sell-off cycle turn into the buy cycle and then turn back into a sell cycle is when we'll want to enter. If we look at the 1 minute here, we want it to converge when this is in a sell cycle as well for an extra boost downwards.
That was a weird candle.
Oh yeah, you have like 30-second delay. Yeah, I think I will better just listen to you in his voice
Yeah.
chat.
Yeah. Wow. Are you guys looking at SPY?
Bro, fucking drop.
I only look at Tesla because it's fuck SPY. No, it's just more volatile.
Yeah, I feel that.
It's at 4%. Damn.
I should definitely look at both though. Wow.
Ooh, big ass red candle.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Another way that we can look for an entry is, let's see, on the 9 and 21 SMAs. Whenever we have a crossover here, it's considered a death cross.
That Robinhood legend? Holy shit.
I have a question. Why do you prefer SMA instead of EMA?
That just depends. The EMA stands for a exponential moving average, and then SMA stands for simple. EMA can be a little.
EMA works so much better.
Yeah,
Dude,
it is a faster reacting, the EMA versus the SMA. I find the SMA is good enough for longer swing trades and stuff. EMA is probably a little bit better for day trading though.
I see.
But the trade-off,
green candle.
the trade-off between those two is that in EMA you have to wait for that confirmation as well, just because it reacts faster, so it could potentially react to a smaller move.
Yeah.
Still waiting for this cycle to close, honestly.
Yep, still waiting. Be patient. Don't throw me.
Your Robinhood Legend screen is crazy. You have like 500 charts on there. Holy shit.
Yeah, so it's actually the same. It's actually the same chart. It's different time periods. So I have the QQQ right here. 1 day, 1 minute, 1 day, 5 minute, 1 day,
Holy
30
shit,
minute.
yeah. Okay.
So it's the same chart.
Streamline.
Yeah, that's something you need to do if you want to be profitable. It's very important.
If you want to day trade all day.
Yeah. So I'm only watching one chart at a time, but I am watching it on different time frames. See, like right now without switching, I can tell that on the 1 minute we're entering, it looks like we're starting to enter a buy cycle again, which might prolong this buy cycle here in the 5 minute.
Yeah.
You can trade only one chart, but you're losing so much information by just looking at a single chart.
That is true. That is very true. I always trade at least on 3 charts. I'm using the 5 minute for my decision making, the 30 minute for like a trend, and then the 1 minute for entries and exits.
I'm using the 1, 5, and 15.
That's what actually that's what I have on this one right here, 1, 5, and 15. That's funny. I think this one was because I was showing the stream something on a weekly. That's why it's on a 30 minute.
I also have the 1 tick chart, but because when I'm looking at level 2 too long, my head hurt.
That's crazy.
The 1 second chart.
He's doing the tick by tick analysis. How many years have we been doing this? 10 minutes. What are we waiting for? We're waiting for this cycle right here on the 5 minute chart to turn in. We're waiting for the histogram here to turn red. When that turns red, and when these two cross over completely with a red candle confirmation, then we're going to enter.
Oh god, man, the tick chart looks fucking Christ. I hate
Just look at volume. Just look at this volume. Don't look at anything else.
Yeah.
This is funny.
I missed time in entry and lost $100. Thank you very much.
The table on the level 3 is going way too fast for.
Good man, dude.
Yeah, that's for algos. That's for algos right there.
Yeah, for big stock like SPY, I can't do it. But for smaller cap like SGN, I can do it.
Oh yeah, because it's not as quick.
Yeah,
it's not as heavily traded. Yeah.
There's not this much volume.
Sure. The reason that we're having so much trouble, it looks like, is we've crossed over the 200 EMA on the day charts.
Did we?
Yeah, on the day charts. Or the SMA.
Because I remember the 200 SMA. Okay. The 200 EMA is around the 550, I believe, on the day chart.
Not the daily SMA though, not the daily 200. Just on the day chart, the 200 periods.
Yeah, we are at the 200 on the 5 minutes.
On the 15 minute, we're actually bouncing off the 200.
Maybe better to just wait for the number for oil stock and gas stock. They are releasing in 2 minutes.
All right, we have our first red histogram showing up on the 5 minute now. Let's see, we are crossing over on the 1 minute as well. We might wait for the confirmation of this candle and then we could enter here.
I wonder what to the extent that technical analysis kind of just makes itself a self-fulfilling prophecy, like that algorithms just trade it, so it has to become true.
So actually, yes, that's actually a part of what makes technical analysis work. If it was just random people buying and stuff, it wouldn't work. But because each buy and sell is either a machine or a person, you can figure out what is making each movement in the chart, and that's kind of why it works. Because people are Similar. They do things together.
Yeah.
Algo rely on those indicator to make their trade. We are close to pull the trigger.
Yes, I know it. We just got to wait for that final confirmation. We're in our first histogram, our first downward. We just need to wait for it to close.
We have oil price in 1 minute.
These little doji candles on the 5 minute are hilarious. The opening and closing at the exact same prices.
Yeah, but what's going on?
It just means that that it's consolidating for a move, and generally, probably it's going to be a downward move since we're about to enter into this sell cycle.
We have a bit of resistance at 96.
I would say for now, just based on the 200, it's a 502.40 resistance. Just based on the SMA 200 on the 30-minute chart, that's going to be our day resistance. It's not super strong though. And here we go. Candle still doji. But here we go. We are starting to get a downward movement now. Let's get an engulfing candle here and let's just go all the way down. Might as well.
Literally.
Just run this into the ground. These little dojis are annoying.
I'm out of power, but it sounds good that I'm holding puts.
I've got about 800. I think I've got like 800 buying power on this account right now. Yeah, 807.21. Down $44 on this one today.
I lost 100 with a bad trade, and my Microsoft puts down 100, but I'm holding that.
Let's see what we can do
That's
here.
good.
Looks like I got $1,302.66 in unsettled cash.
Don't we all?
Yeah.
Let's see positions here. Where are my positions?
Going back up. Jinxed it. Perfect. Yeah,
Feels yeah.
Still
I
waiting.
was gonna say, like, coming off a 2-3, a couple good wins, so it's like my loss today doesn't affect me, and I'm like, I want to feel like that all the time. That'd be great.
Well, right now I'm up like 400 on the day across accounts, so I'm not too worried. We've got a big, strong upwards candle on the 1 minute, which is completely erasing that downward momentum we had achieved. That's okay. We didn't enter anyways because we didn't get a confirmation. It is annoying.
But the back and forth.
Yeah, but we haven't even closed. If you look at the 9 and 21 SMAs, like we really haven't closed on the 5 minute yet since 7:50 a.m. Central Time. So before market opened.
What?
We are nearing the 70 RSI on our 1 minute and on our 5 minute. This is and on our 15 minute. This could be the where everything kind of dips all at once. We're also pushing up against the dynamic resistance level at 502.40. That's going to be our next thing. We're going to test that, and if we can't break through, we're going to drop, and that's going to be our major move for the day. unless we push through it. If we push through it, it could be that's going to completely change everything. But I don't think we do. One minute RSI is starting to dip. We have a graveyard doji appearing. Okay. Looks like the buy period is slowing down on the 1 minute.
Yeah, we had good number for gas and oil.
Huge uptick if you look from the start, man.
Yeah, I was actually looking at that. From 750, we went into a golden cross, which is a bullish configuration. And we have yet to cross back over into that death cross, but we are getting close. So once we see that death cross, we'll be in a sell cycle for a good while. Maybe the rest of the day.
I have $575 in TSLZ.
I honestly don't really trade much other than the indexes. Like I'll throw a couple bucks at one of the Mag 7 or something from time to time, but generally I'll just stay with SPX, or SPY, and QQQs. Yeah, and IWM too. I like IWM.
Valid.
Here we go. Sell-off period on the 1 minute. Or sorry, a sell-off candle. A sell-off candle. I shouldn't have said anything.
Just wait and be patient. Our time will come.
Oh, absolutely.
We say
Absolutely, it will.
all day, and it rallies 10% slower
we sit here till 5 o'clock or till 3:30. It's
Literally.
like, just wait, guys, just wait. It'll come soon. 2026 rolls around and we're still waiting for our put entry.
Our put entry. Ooh.
Just
Last
wait.
time though, everyone was sitting around in the call saying like, any minute, no, it's going to crash, and then overnight we had that crash.
Literally, I was pissed. Oh my god.
Why do you use Robinhood over other trading terminals? It looks better on stream. It's prettier.
Very true. It's the
Straight
one
up.
reason why I like
That's
Robinhood.
literally the only
UI.
reason. It looks beautiful. Like, look at this. Like, look at the starting soon screen. That's beautiful. We got the CNN Fear and Greed Index, which is actually up 1 point. It's at 4 now. And then it just looks beautiful.
True.
There are still 3 points to go.
Are there any speeches or like talks today?
Yeah, you have Fed talk at 2:12 and 13. Fed barking.
Maybe we're all waiting for that.
No, he's not Powell. He's not big
They
enough.
don't actually announce anything. Yeah.
What is the volume looking like here? Hang on. Robinhood went and changed this on us. Yeah, it is starting to break down on the 1 minute.
Oh, it's
I
bouncing.
say, I know a lot of serious people like shit on Robinhood, but I'm like, you know what? For
I
my
like
experience, someone like me, my experience level, the UI means a lot. So I'm like,
Agreed.
yeah, let's let it go.
I'll be honest. The reason I hate Robinhood is because of the options fills, and then how that the option data is delayed by 15 minutes.
What?
I would never
Yeah.
argue against anyone who has anything bad to say about it. 'Cause I've gotten
And they
fucked
don't-
by them before.
Well, here's the other deal too. Robinhood doesn't allow you to like bring in paid data. Like you can get real time data for options on Webull. You can't do that on Robinhood.
Oh.
That actually stinks.
Interesting.
And you aren't getting the best fills either. So,
Gotcha.
but I love the UI for holding stocks. Robinhood's probably the easiest and the most accessible for beginners and stuff. So I love that for them. But if you're day trading stuff, like one of my main platforms for options is like tasty trade because
Ooh.
it's just incredible. Here we go. We've got our 3 candles on the 1 minute.
Did they ever get a bonus going or anything?
I mean, I've got a.
Send me a referral code.
I was about to say I got a referral.
Yeah.
But other than that, I mean,
Robinhood is very much like a tech company where it's like, oh, real-time data, that will be a feature that we'll announce and make it a big deal and be like, oh, guess what's coming? Even though everyone else already has it.
you know what's crazy is that they added futures, but you can see futures and you can trade futures, but you can't actually use any indicators on it.
That's so dumb.
Yeah, that's absurd.
I told everyone was super excited about it. I was like, guys, do not trade futures on Robinhood. I'm begging you. You have 100 times leverage, but no actual indicators you can add to the chart, which you can trade based off of candlestick analysis. But I mean, good luck to you.
That is perfect for most of the Robinhood user base, you know?
No, literally.
Just shot in the dark like it's pendant.
Right.
I mean, and they added indexes this year, and I don't think you can, on some of the advanced charts on the indexes, you can't even use indicators yet. I don't know if that's a bug or what's going on with that, but it's really annoying.
It's like pizza days at Planet Fitness. It's like they know their demographic. You think it runs counter to the idea of a gym, but they know their demographic.
Pizza days. That's hilarious. That's some good stuff. I'm gonna start closing some stuff here.
SPY going down Tesla. Ain't? Mike 7's resisting a little.
Wait, hold on. We can set stops now.
Mm.
All right, let's see what we got now. We got about $2,792 in buying power now. Well, let's close this one too. Hang on.
Whoa, huge city.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on.
You buying?
No, I'm actually closing out some positions that are like 98%.
Nice. Well, 98% up or from their original value?
Up.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah.
So I had 800 buying power. I'm now at like 2,800 or 2,792, 81.
Gotcha.
And if this thing closes, we'll be good to go here.
And I'm plugging along with my 2.5K goal.
Good.
Or with 250.
Oh no!
When you're on AEHL, since SPY is just waiting and waiting, I try to stock a bit.
SPY is going down. Fucking Tesla ain't. Nvidia is. Amazon is also resisting quite a bit.
Switching back over to SPY real quick. Yeah, the 1 minute, and we have the crossover on the MACD on the 5 minute.
Mm-hmm.
We do not have the crossover of the 9 and 21 yet on the SMA. We might have it on the EMA. We could potentially use this as an entry though. We don't make trade recommendations here though. We just call out what's going on the charts.
Can the live hear me? Or just you?
Say again.
Can your live, it is just you, or can we see the sound of the Discord?
I'm confused. Say again.
What's up?
Can the people in your live?
There we go. Hey.
Or the entry, the audio entry is just you, or do you take Discord?
I think Sniper's the one who makes the calls, right?
Do you mean can the people in his live stream that are viewing his live stream hear?
Can they hear you guys? I think they can hear you guys. I think so.
They can.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, we're all live.
Responsibility for your loss. If you make any bad entry because of his recommendation, please contact him.
That's actually hilarious. Ladies and gentlemen, options trading is extremely risky. Please consult a financial advisor. Trade at your own risk. This is not financial advice. We are not licensed. We are not giving trade
This is
advice.
financial advice.
This
Use
is
a
not.
jackass
At this point, I will no longer be entering a trade today. You guys are on your own. Goodbye. No.
No, don't start doing like crazy.
Trading is not risky.
Okay.
The results are typical.
Yeah, my results are typical for a monkey at the zoo. I now have $3,388.61 from trades I closed yesterday. We're going to be YOLOing all of that onto penny stocks today. On calls.
Going to buy Femtotech. Went from $4 to 30 cents in 5 minutes.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, let me show you how you can leverage your entire portfolio on futures on Robinhood.
Yeah, I just have to buy at the margin.
Bed Bath & Beyond is going to make a comeback any day now, I promise.
Yeah, I was looking at the volatility this morning, and it was at like over 1,000. It was ridiculous.
It's over 1,000.
Okay, we have a 2 candle confirmation, it looks like, on the 5-minute chart. Let's see, it closes in 1 minute, so potentially let it finish.
China.
I'm looking over here at the Qs. I might wait till this afternoon to place a credit spread.
Someone just bought 100k of SPY. That's a lot of
Did they?
SPY.
The 100K?
Yeah.
What direction? Was it either...
Green, buy.
Okay. But were they buying options or were they buying actually shares?
No, the volume. How do you call it? The ETF, the assets.
Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Right now, holy cow. Okay, people have just bought 158,000 of SPY puts at 548 for April 9th.
Jesus Christ. Holy shit.
Yeah. Someone just bought puts on it for 158,000. Wait, hang on. Let's see what else. They're selling puts too, though. Selling 765 puts, selling to open at 267 here. They're also buying calls. They also have a bullish put spread for April 11th. And let's see, 710 puts to open. They're selling a lot of puts to open. There's a lot of bullish movements going on right this second. They're not super big, though. They're not super big. Buy 500 synthetic futures. The biggest one is synthetic futures for 1.65 million for May 16th. The close dated ones are all smaller amounts, like between 100 and 300, or 100 and 500K. There's also people buying puts at 472. One person did that for about 452,000.
Someone just bought a put strike at 480, 600 put.
(9/12) China's Ministry of Culture and Tourism has issued a risk alert for Chinese tourists in the U.S. on its official website. They're citing recent deterioration of China-U.S. economic and trade relations.
It's all news. It's always been like this.
Yeah. U.S. Trade Representative Greer says there's an opportunity for countries to cut tariffs and non-tariff barriers. That was just released at 9:32.
Bullshit. A
He
few
says
days ago, Europe said they wanted a zero for zero tariff, and the US refused. The Trump administration wants something out of it.
Yeah. We are looking for our third trend. Oh, go ahead.
I was just saying, thanks for leading, Chad, and good luck, everybody.
Yeah, I don't know why they put me as the leader here.
Well, I mean, you just kind of did it.
Yeah, y'all asked me to pull up my stream. Okay, fine.
Hey, what do you know what you're doing? Anyway, I appreciate it. I'll see you guys.
All right.
Bye.
All right, looks like they are selling calls, and some are being sold to open at 320. Looks like potentially a 320 call.
Oh, big selling.
A 320 call, sell to open? Hold up. For April 10th, why would you do that? Unless you know something, why would you make that? That's weird. For those who don't know, a 320 call is extremely... Let's see. Where are we going? That's extremely out of the money to be selling. Does the strikes even go that far here? All right, here we go. They sold $360,000 of SPY 320 calls. Right here. That's actually crazy. What's the delta on this?
He's taking a fat shit. He's taking a fat shit.
All right, we do now have a 3-candle trend line in a down bearish direction on the 5-minute chart. Is Sniper even here anymore?
Dump. Huge dump.
Not in the call.
Well, we have confirmation we could buy puts here. I don't recommend anything.
He said it.
I recommend speaking to a financial advisor. But if you are going to trade, zero DTE options, it's generally better to do like 1 DTE options and close them the same day rather than actually do the 0 DTE because of the increased rate at which they lose value due to theta.
This dump feels good.
This is the one we've been waiting for. This is the one that's crossing over into the death cross right here on the 5-minute. The next candle we should be in the death cross. Is today the 9th?
Oh, big dump.
Yeah, that's the death cross. This is the one right here.
This is one big dump.
I'm waiting for a small pullback before going in.
I'm looking at a trade right now, potentially on the 20 delta, a bear call spread for 153 maybe. I'm waiting for the confirmation though yet.
Sounds like you dump more.
Here it is. It's the dump. My goodness, it's going down. Look at this. This is the one. There it is, ladies and gentlemen.
I should have been more patient. I going too soon.
I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Trying to get a better feel. Here. That one. .94. I think that'll be good. Can't get a fill there. 0.93. I entered a credit spread, call credit spread. Where are we at? 515. Okay. All right.
Yo, when are we breaking 493?
Not sure. Let me take a look at the chart here and see if we can figure that out. Okay.
Do update with downwards targets for the day, or are we still looking at 15 down?
Let me check something here. Currently the movements are still are showing about 11 point move due to a decrease in the volatility, which
There was a 80k buy on the SPY right now.
buy, you said?
Yeah.
Oh,
When I
it was
say
at
buy,
490.
it's meaning it's green. It's going on the ask. And when I say sell, it's they are buying on the bid. Enfin, they are selling on the bid. I just say buy or sell because it's easier to.
Yeah.
It's quicker and easier to.
Right.
To
So long. We are hitting that death cross right now. That's what's interesting. We have a support at 491.68. Let's look at our 15-minute chart.
But once it drops below 93, we should be diving, right? Or not?
Let's see here. Our upper limit is the 502.40. Our lower limit is 493.41. Once we push below the 493.41, it's bearish all day. It's bearish until it comes back up.
Yeah, you need to pass 93, and it's a big, already a big support.
Yeah, because once we get past that opening, we have our opening range breakout, and
Yep.
right now we're just kind of back and forth. So
there's also a supply zone around 950 For 94 to 91.
You said 494 to 91. Let me look at that.
From 494 to 491, there a demand zone.
I see that.
Well, it's not supply, it's demand. So it may be a bit choppy around here, so be careful.
We may have, I was about to say, we may have a little bit of a upswing here on the 1 minute just because we're bouncing off of that support and we are looking to close a sell-off cycle. So if you didn't enter, that might actually be a better time to enter.
Whoa, big, huge.
Was that buy order?
No, it was just a big buy on the option chain.
It looks like we're through. We're through the 493. We're down.
Yeah.
We just touched underneath. We just touched underneath it. This is a pretty big deal. If we stay below, it's going to become very bearish. Yeah. Here it is. We're through.
Close below and confirmed by making a small pullback.
Yeah, this is actually incredible. A lot of buying and selling pressure is just keeping it right there. They know that's a major support.
Yep.
We're through.
We're back.
It's okay. We need a candle to close completely underneath. If we have one of those, then like if it opens and closes below it, then I think we're done. And we don't.
To be sure, you need to close below, go down a bit, then go back up to test the level, and then go back down again.
And then it's just free fall.
Sure.
Yeah. But we did just get that candle close the death cross on the 5 minute. Do you see that?
People are selling their SPY puts. Someone just sold 5,000 put. He get rid of his 5,000 put that he had.
Okay.
Jeez. Wait. It's a lot of holy shit. We may go back up.
Yeah.
I just sold a lot of food. Yeah, always follow smart money. Someone bought 120k on the SPY. That's a lot of SPY.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
Yeah, going back up.
455, 475 bear put spreads have just gone in on SPY. 455, that's for April 17th.
17? What's happening 17?
I think they're just giving themselves some time. It's a $771,000 sell.
I see.
And a $6 million SPY sell at 946.
Oh.
For June 2405 puts. Another SPY sell at 5.61 million. April 9th and April 11th expirations. Just now. These are big plays. Did you see the 5 million one?
That you said the other day?
It's 545 and 546 puts they bought for 5 million. April 9th and April 11th expiration.
Yeah. That's a big play.
That is a big bearish signal.
But it's a bit of a long-term play.
No, that's April 9th and April 11th expirations.
April 9th?
Yeah, that's today and the 11th.
That's crazy.
Yeah, 5 million, 5.6 million. So I think we see an afternoon dip for sure. That's big money.
I don't know how they have the balls to do this.
They're also selling calls, so bearish play for April 10th, 433,000.
Yeah, we're still grinding at this 93.3 level.
I see that. It looks like
I
an
do
area
think
of
we're going back up.
Say again.
I think we will have a pullback until 95 because there are a lot of buying and people are getting rid of their puts right now.
I think we dip again at 10:30 once puts get cheaper and stuff. I think we grind sideways, things get cheaper, people buy in, and then we dip the afternoon. That's my read on it right now.
Yeah, I think until afternoon we won't dip very hard. Or maybe people are just waiting for FOMC data.
I mean, but we already had the information from that though. That's what's crazy.
Yeah, but they are releasing the full transcript.
Right. Did we already peak?
So
Never mind.
Yeah, we may have stuff released. I will say it's so much funnier to trade with other people when I'm just alone in my room, just so boring, waiting for setup.
Yeah, it is a lot more fun to have kind of the sense of community and stuff.
Just wait, and you just wait.
Yeah.
Now
Okay.
you can chat.
Looks like we have a slight consolidation up on the 5 minute.
You have a supply zone at 95, 96 to 96.6 to 95. You have a supply zone. So we may either bounce back from this or go up.
I know that it's hard to tell from here, but if you look at the 15-minute chart, we are ending that buy cycle. So we should see a bearish movement through the afternoon.
Yeah, we're still bearish on the 15 minutes. On the 5 minutes, it looks like it's weakening a bit.
True. And it could be that we see a slight, like I said, like a slight consolidation here to fill that supply zone and then just dump.
Yep. And,
if you look at the 30-minute chart, what we've just gone through, like we've had some pretty strong bearish candles. They've been matched, but the majority of them, for today at least, have been it's kind of balanced. Pre-market was more bearish. Then we had a strong opening, and then the most two recent have been bearish.
Pre-market was really weird because of all this news, contradicting news. On one hand, you have China dumping more tariff, and on the other hand, people are trying to negotiate with them.
I don't understand how the news media keeps misreporting some of this stuff that's going on. You almost have to wonder if it's intentional.
I think they just want to be the first on the news, and they're just posting everything they come across.
That could potentially be it too. Just posting without verifying. Yeah. Like
always. And if they're wrong, but they just apologize and that's it. There are no consequences for them.
And then update it or whatever. Update the article or remove it.
Yeah, this should be illegal.
That should be illegal. They should have to verify it and have like at least one or three sources that say, hey, this is real data or whatever.
Yeah, this bullshit,
Not just a tweet from a random person. Even if that random person's a billionaire. Let's see how our play is doing over here.
I remember when Kramer admits sometimes he was seeing bullshit to turn the market in his favor. Good old Kramer. I don't get it. He admitted it for market manipulation and he didn't go to jail.
That's crazy stuff.
Yeah, the US is such a shit show.
It has been rough for us.
We bounced right at the VWAP.
You said bonds up?
We bounced at the VWAP.
Oh, bounced? Oh, yeah.
Right.
I'm looking at that.
Is VWAP or VWAP?
The VWAP?
Well, VWAP. VWAP.
The volume weighted average price.
Yeah, this one.
I
I
actually
just,
don't have that indicator on my chart right now. I do
I
have.
like this one.
Do you use
Just
the
give
Bollinger
them a-
Bands and VWAP?
No, I don't like Bollinger Bands. It's too messy. It's too big for my chart.
Yeah, I understand that. I like them for
Too much
trading futures. I don't really use them much on my actual charts. But I do
get
see
it,
that
I get it.
volume weighted price is what, 497.92 at VWAP
Yeah,
91.
WAP is a good one for just giving a general mood for the current movement. If it's
Yeah.
under, it's bearish. It's not. It's bullish.
That also, for those who are wondering, the VWAP is basically, it's the volume weighted average price. It just means it's like what the price should be at. And so when you see a fluctuation or an increase over the VWAP or a decrease over the VWAP, you can expect for it to kind of meet that VWAP again later on down the chart. You could also see this by looking at what the price is at when it's at the 50 RSI on the RSI 14.
Yeah, pretty much.
And basically RSI at 50 means it's perfectly in balance and trading at the general what it should be. It's fair value price. That's why 70 or higher and 30 or below indicates overbought and oversold.
I do like the Euro crossover.
Oh, you hopped into those?
For a short one, I guess.
Yeah. I've got a lot more that we're working on. We've got some in that are pointed towards options trading and stuff, but we really haven't had time to finish them. It's been a while. So I need to update them and add a lot of information. I need to add in candle reading. I need to add in different setups, different things like that. I need to do a whole options course. I haven't even gotten to that one yet. I have lots of notes, though. I have about 28 pages of notes for that one.
Looks like we got a
CEO.
strong bounce off of 93, huh?
Yeah, we did. We did dip a little bit below it, and actually had one candle close underneath it. We did not see it hold that level or fall through, so we're still waiting. Bollinger Bands are closing in, which means we're going to have a move. It's kind of like a squeeze, short squeeze.
Or someone just bought.
Aren't we done with like most of the volume for today? I thought like after 11 a.m. there's like not much happening usually.
We have probably about 15 more minutes before it hits the low volume, but we're almost there.
Someone bought a 2000 0 DT call. Must be really confident.
Which direction you said buy?
He bought 2000 call 0 DT.
Someone in the chat was saying that coal was actually down after the Trump energy speech or stuff yesterday.
But it's such a clean coal, the most beautiful cleanest coal.
Beautiful clean coal, beautiful. It's beautiful clean coal. I told my people, I said, if you say coal, you must put beautiful clean before it. Don't say it if you're not saying beautiful clean coal.
Some man says the best coal.
We're gonna have coal mines. The children, they yearn for the mines. We're gonna destroy the Department of Education and we're gonna put children in the coal mines again. No, I try not to get political, and I try not to do like a political stance, but that was pretty funny. Whether you're right or left centered in the political spectrum, the beautiful clean coal was hilarious.
American politicians so dumb.
Oh man.
Oh, are we rejecting a VWAP?
I don't know. We've got to wait. We're still within that death cross, though. That's what's interesting. That death cross has not closed.
We're going sideways.
We're like perfectly sideways. 50 RSI. I mean, this is boring.
Teta is printing so much money right now.
That's so crazy. Yeah, the whole China peasants thing.
China.
I don't even know what to say with that. That's just crazy.
This morning, the 485 strike price was at $300, $400 one option. Now it's at 200.
You said which strike? 485.
Yeah, 485 put. It's almost the double of what it is now.
I see that. That's theta plays right there. That was one of the plays we saw in the flow. We saw at 485 puts, but I think they were being. I don't remember if they were being bought or sold. I'm seeing right now they're buying 476 puts, 500,000 on that for April 17th. Another bearish play for 324,000 for April 17th. 425 puts May 16th, 26.25 million. That's a big one. Bearish 26 million. 425 is ridiculous though. That's crazy.
VIX is still at 52, 53.
Yeah, it really hasn't fallen all that much.
Yeah, people have no idea where we're going on.
Let's take a look at the expected move again. How's that changed? Expected move on SPY is at 9.78 right now, so about 9.83, so about $10 on the expected move for the day.
It's lower. It's a lot lower.
It is a lot lower. It started this morning at like 17. Now it's dropped to about 10.
Huge green candle. Whoa.
I see a big green candle. It could be that way because we're coming out of the 5-minute sell-off period.
Maybe. We just went above the 96.8 opening range.
Taking a look here.
15.
Today's the 9th. Our top 497.50. Yeah, we did break it. We did have an opening range breakout above the top, didn't we? We need to watch out for that 499.85 level. That's a good sign here. We have a bearish candle that just closed on the 1 minute. Kind of putting a damper on that the big green candle.
I think there are more bullish signs than bearish signs. Like we cross, we up, we bounce out, we up.
I agree.
Out of the opening range.
I agree. We're still in a bullish cycle on the 15-minute, and we are now in a bullish cycle on the 1 minute, and we're entering a bullish cycle on the 5-minute. It just depends on what happens with that 499 period or level. We could just trade sideways, just more in a bear or a bullish trajectory. Hopefully, we don't see a major boost up.
Interestingly, just the white candle closed right at wow, big sign. What the?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Right, it closed right at the trend line, at the downward trend line.
Just back and forth today, honestly. We might just trade sideways all day, and then I don't know.
Don't let Theta win. Don't let Theta win. I hate this guy so damn much.
Do we have any new news or anything?
No, nothing. I'm looking like every 10 seconds and nothing.
Yeah, I'm looking as well. EU also retaliated when here's something that's somewhat newish. EU also retaliates Wednesday as US trade battles escalate on multiple fronts.
Yeah, we already know that.
Yeah, it's not really new.
Positive for launching the retaliatory tariff.
Yeah.
But they are willing to stop them at any moment. So they are open to discussion.
Stocks higher as trade battle escalates 2 minutes ago.
That's just noise.
I know that is literally just noise. That's what I hate about the headlines, because like this morning, this exact same media group posted futures down, stock market expected to fall today, and now 2 hours later, stock market today up.
Yeah, there's so much noise.
They actually just updated it. They actually just updated it 4 minutes ago. It now says stock market today. Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq waver in volatile trading as China strikes back on Trump's tariffs. So now they're saying it's just moving back. Like that's 3 different directions within 2 hours. So what we got here. Still hitting the 498 levels. Let's see, VIX is fallen. VIX is at 51. They're saying
51.
That's what it is saying over there. I haven't looked at.
But my VIX is delayed by 15 minutes. I didn't brought the CBO data.
I have the real time data. My VIX is showing at 50.39.
Okay,
yeah.
Okay.
50.39 real time data. It's falling.
Just wait until we have more tariff news.
Right. Looking at SPY again.
Wait, I just remember, didn't Trump say he's going to add more tariffs today? Yeah, he said more tariffs the 9th.
I think so. I think that was at 12 a.m. is when the rest of the tariffs go into effect. I'm a little fuzzy on the deadlines, because I know they had like the 10% base tariff go into effect, but I don't think we have seen the rest of those tariffs even go into effect yet. So I think does that happen the 11th? Does anyone know?
Wait, I'm watching news non-stop. I'm pretty sure he said they will add more tariff the 9th on top of the already existing tariff.
Yeah, that could potentially be the case. I actually really don't know. I really can't say either way.
10th, it's China tariff going action.
I'm actually going to take a look and see what's going on over here too.
I don't think.
SPY is currently up 0.5%.
Yeah, we broke the downtrend.
That is true. CPI tomorrow. Let's see. Rest 600.
Fed speech in 1 hour. Oh, people are pushing down.
VIX is dropping quite a bit. We're now at 50.14 on VIX. This whole week, the lowest we've seen VIX is 36.48. That's actually crazy.
That's crazy.
That is so crazy. The lowest for the week. 36.48. Oh, no, I think we hit like 63 or something like that, didn't we?
Did it?
That's
we are so close to market crash.
Yeah. 57, let's see. I thought like in a pre-market or something we hit like 63, just barely. My goodness. Someone posted a picture in one of the chats of the fear and greed index, and it said -14 and had a broken indicator, like the middle needle was broken off. That's how it feels. Taking a look at the fear and greed indicator, though, we're still sitting at 4.
Ooh, people bought a lot of coal. Ah no, not as much. I just misread.
Well, it's almost 10:30, and generally I quit the stream at 10:30, so I think we'll do the same thing today. So far, it looks like we're just trading pretty sideways today.
Yeah.
Haven't really seen any major breakouts either direction. We're sitting at 57.81 on the RSI. We had a bounce off of 70 at price of, looks to be, what was that price? 9 a.m. 503.66 high. Yeah.
It's really annoying when it's going sideways because there's so much fair value gap that's created and keep bouncing between them.
Yeah. I will say that we are hitting, what's really interesting, if you look at the 5-minute chart, we're going into a bullish sell-off cycle with a downward momentum on the RSI. Like they're against each other, like they're opposing each other. Very, very, very interesting charts.
I think it's more bullish because it broke the trend, the downward trend.
I agree.
But
I agree.
At any moment,
That
they
the
can
open,
drop a bomb. And,
yeah, the opening range breakout, if we use that first 15-minute candle, we are above that. The second candle is the 498, and we really haven't broken that one though. And so it is more bullish, but it's still pretty sideways. We've also lost half of our expected move already today. We're currently sitting just under $10 at 9.6 points of a move expected, which is insane because when we opened up the market, we were at like 17 or 18 points.
we're still pretty high. On Trump, tweet something.
Do we actually want him to though? That's the question.
Yeah, but it's so boring right now. It's just going sideways.
Yeah. So if you bought puts and stuff for today, you could probably. Well, no, yeah. Well, honestly, if we trade sideways or go up, you could probably close those or buy them, roll them out longer. The big money flow in the market is bearish still. But those puts are out for April 11th, April 17th, those kind of dates. And that's kind of one of the gambles that you have to face in zero DTE trading, is that if it doesn't work out there on the day, then you could potentially have to take a small loss. So right now, theta decay is going to be absolutely destroying the premiums, and then your gamma decay, if the price moves up, like it's just not a good idea to be holding them. It's better to wait until we have a more of a directional trend than hop on board then. So if you're holding open positions right now, and you're not on the theta side, I would close them. This is not recommendation or trade advice. This is just my opinion.
If you suffer any loss, please contact Chad on Discord.
Yeah, that's not my name.
It was really interesting, like a day or so ago, where someone tweeted out with the blue check mark on Twitter or X, and the market reacted so like a 400-point move on the SPX or something.
Yeah, we're aware of that. It actually wasn't it's funny to think that was the catalyst. It's funny to meme that, but the actual catalyst was a CNN broadcast, and then not just that one guy, but a lot of other people, including billionaire Bill Ackman. That's the thing. So it's funny to think it was this one dude who nobody knows, but in actuality, it was very broad misinformation. So he may have helped it, but he wasn't the full. It wasn't him completely. But it is funny to think like that.
The other day, before the tweet hit the markets, we were already in an upward trend, and when we started to explode, it's only like 2 or 3 minutes before the tweet appeared.
But it does also shed light and illustrate how far news can travel in such a short amount of time. Because I mean, within 1 minute, we had over 3 million volume based off of misinformation that spread around the world and particularly the finance world.
Was it also like the short sellers had to buy the positions to exit out, and because it went so fast, they're like, "Oh shit, our stop losses are getting hit." So there's two things with that. If that's an extremely bullish signal, and you know the market is going to react, what you want to do is be the first one to close your position and open an opposite position. So you have double the amount of buying, because if you sold, so institutions like to play theta a lot of times too. So if they sold a lot of calls to make some money, they're going to buy those calls back. Then they're buying them to close the position. Then they're buying more calls to open new positions in a bullish direction, or they're selling puts. And so you have this huge reversal all at once, and that's where a lot of that 3 million volume came from. Then, of course, you want to drive it up to break any other stop losses on puts. Then you're going to load up on puts at the top, and that's what we saw within like 5-10 minutes. We saw this huge push up to like 520 that just immediately reversed. And so it was like an impromptu liquidity grab, especially after they realized that the information was wrong. And then you have waves throughout the rest of the day, and kind of what those waves were, it was people who may not have known that, hey, this tweet, they see a big bullish, it was FOMO, retail traders, people who don't really follow the news closely and just trade, they see, oh, hey, it was a bullish move, I'm buying in. And then you have this up and down movement for the rest of the day that we saw. When reality, we probably should have stalled out and just continued to sink, and that tweet saved us from a crash probably, to be honest. Because we were hitting 480 levels. Do you remember that? We were hitting 480 levels. Mm-hmm. And 480 was our... Yeah, if we break the 480 levels, we got very limited support for a long ways.
Everyone was expecting some kind of a circuit breaker break.
That's why there's a lot of speculation around whether it was intentional misinformation to save us from a crash, or whether it was just bad news reporting. Either way, I mean, it happened, and there's really nothing we can do. We did get to see a little insight into kind of what people might expect if we do get positive news. So we could see a 40-point move from 480 to 520 if there's some good news to report. Hopefully that doesn't happen, because it'll ruin a lot of puts.
That's just so dumb. We went up like $30 in 5 minutes and went down $30 in 5 minutes.
Yeah. It's kind of scary. It almost makes you want to put or open a call and a put like every single day just in case.
Yeah, if you played the full move to the bottom to top and top to bottom, you could have almost 20x your money.
Yeah, you really could, especially with volatility hitting levels that almost 60, 53, 50. I don't know where we're at right this second, but we were at 50 last I checked.
I remember seeing a put at 3 cents at the top, and in midday it was worth $17. That's
Yeah.
insane.
You know what's crazy is I had a friend of mine. He bought like a $5 put. It was like a 90 delta put.
Yeah.
Or hang on, it was like a 10 delta put. Sorry, he bought it for like $5, and then he closed it for 20 or $30. Yesterday, I bought a $70 put, or I'm sorry, a 30 delta put. Hang on, was it a 30 delta? Actually, I think it was like a 70 delta, right? So it's really far out of the money. Okay, I bought it for, I think like $17 or something like that. Within 2 minutes, it was up 50%. And it's just crazy. And that was when everything started to crash. I bought that right at the top, and when I closed it out, it was like a 20 delta or 25 delta from a 70 delta. I was just kind of mind blown, honestly.
Create a new gambling addict. They will never find this high again.
I opened up an SPX spread that was at a 20. Let's see, it was at like a 5% chance, and last I checked, it was up to like almost an 80% chance of a 61% chance of hitting.
Yeah, SPX went up $400
in one day. And it cost me $70 to open, and it's predicted to bring me about $400.
What is happening? No news.
No news. Just low volume randomness at this point. It is so slow today, though. I think we trade sideways. Honestly, I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. We're trading sideways. We are getting a little bit of a squeeze here, though. If you look at the SMA 200 at 495.53, that's going to be our resistance level, or our support level. I'm sorry. And then if you look at our opening range breakout areas, it's just squeezing now. Don't know which.
To break the 500 again.
Yeah, I don't know which way it's going to break out, but that's kind of where we're at. The 502.52 and I think like a 493.50. Is our ranges. It's just going to bounce back and forth.
Maybe I'm just going to wait for Fed speech.
Yeah, we are heading into more of a bullish trend right now, though. I will say that on the 5-minute and the 15, they're both pretty bullish.
It's
bearish on the 1 minute.
On the 596 or something. It's kind of bouncing, trying to bounce on it.
Yeah, you could assume that the SMA 200 is kind of a dynamic support or resistance level there, and the price of the SMA 200 is at 495.49. So it's going to bounce around 495.50 or 496. And then looking at the 200 SMA on the 15-minute, it's at 502.53, so you can expect that to have some resistance as well. Just, it's kind of sad. I was hoping more of a move. Looking at the numbers as we opened up, it was at 17 expected move. We're now at still 9.6 expected move. Not a big move at all. I mean, it's big. Let's be honest. 9.6 for SPY is pretty big, but for the market we've been in, it's not that big because we've seen 20-point moves. Wait, I'm Sniper. No, I'm not Sniper. I am not Sniper. I am Chad.
Identity thief.
Yeah, I am not an identity thief. What's the outlook right now? Just sideways? Yeah, pretty much.
Yep. Sideways.
Hoping for 2 red candles, still a good sign. Yeah. What about the EU decision next week? We'll have to wait for that news to see how the market reacts. Really, we're just kind of seeing a sideways trading right now. This afternoon, we could see a breakout. Don't know which direction, though. It's too soon to tell.
Yeah, we have...
I wish we had a clear direction, but in this market, with this volatility, and with what we're seeing on the charts, you honestly cannot predict it other than just doing a coin toss.
I think we will be fixed with the FOMC data.
Say again.
We will get fixed on the ejection with the FOMC data.
That is true. The meeting notes, did they release today?
They release it at 2 p.m.
Okay, so yeah, at 2 p.m. we'll probably have a direction based on the FOMC Fed meeting notes. They'll have more detailed information than what we heard from Jay Powell. And
also in 15 minutes is our Fed speech.
That
Fed,
could
barking.
Say again.
Fed barking. Fed barking speaking in 50 minutes. 1 hour, 50 minutes.
Okay. Can you post a link to that in the Discord?
I'm not sure if maybe Fox News.
Potentially, yeah. I don't know. It's too hard to call it a direction right now, though. We know what the overall trend is, which is bearish, but for the day, it's too hard to. Right now, it's there's not enough information. There's not enough of chart data that's telling us one way or the other. So I'm not going to go out on a limb and say something that's not true. So
yeah,
that's my analysis of it.
Past hour or so. AEHR is going really well.
If we look at our 1 year chart, which is here, you can see we're in a a bearish trend. You can see where our levels of support and resistance are here. So over time, we could see a test back up to 573 at this time. Things in the most recent time frame have been really bearish. So I think everybody's just kind of on the edge of their seats waiting for a catalyst to figure out what's going to happen. So
yeah,
I'm going to call it here. I'm letting my theta decay happen on my credit spreads. We should be okay on those. But yeah, we're up 3% today. We made $6. Should be okay on those. Sorry about that, whoever hates the theta players. But I did open a theta position this morning. And that's really all there is to it.
Looks like he's pushing down right now.
All right, guys. We will see you next time. We might hang out in the chat a little bit, but I do have other things that I want to head on and take care of for different companies. So y'all have a great one. Thanks for tuning in.
Finally doing your job of a CEO.
Yeah, I finally actually did. He said the actual job of a CEO.
Did he just working his room doing nothing, playing stock instead of doing his job?
Hey, I am the boss though, so.
That's why people hate people like you.
Have a good one, guys.